Cody has loose lips, and everyone hears Sasha's baby daddy rumor. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. So much is happening on General Hospital right now that it is almost impossible to keep up with it all. So here is a recap of today's episode to help you to keep everything straight. Today we open with Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, on a private flight back from Germany. They rehash their time in Germany and how, despite not spending the night, they were focused on each other. Jack gets a call and is tipped off to the location of Sidwell's new home at Windermere. Once in town, he takes a trip out to Spoon Island to see it for himself. He decides not to go inside yet. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, arrives for a chat with Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and she tells her that it's about Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, but not in the way that she's hoping for. She tells Joss that Dex was injected with Digitalis, which caused a heart attack. Joss asks if Anna has spoken up about Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, and she says that she doesn't have proof enough to do so. She tells Joss that Cyrus has been banned from General Hospital, and Joss shares with Anna that she has volunteered to help at Turning Woods, where Cyrus also helps out. She reminds Anna that she can do as she pleases because she isn't Anna's employee. The commissioner is worried that Joss will ruin her investigation. Despite being banned from the Quatermain estate, Drew Quatermain, Cameron Matheson, sneaks into the gatehouse to visit Willow Corinthos, Catelyn McMullen. They discuss the awkwardness of her being back on the property. Willow wants to make things work for the kids' sake, so that they have access to all of their family. Drew leaves and Cody visits Willow. She brings toys from Germany for Amelia and Whaley and tells Willow that Michael said to tell her thank you. Willow offers Carly a cup of tea, and as she goes to the kitchen to make it, Carly finds Drew's tie on the couch. Carly leaves before Willow returns with the tea. She then calls the clinic in Germany and asks them to tell Michael that his kids love him. Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, brings Selena Wu, Lydia Look, $10,000 and promises to have another $5,000 in a month. She offers him a way to get out of his debt by taking part in another poker game. He says he'll think about it and leaves. Drew introduces himself to Selena and they discuss Aurora. He wonders if she was Curtis Ashford's, Donald Turner, silent partner at the Savoy, and if she's willing to give up any dirt. She is sure she can dig something up if the terms are mutually beneficial. As they are talking, Cody barges back in saying that he isn't interested in Selena's earlier offer. He sees Drew and happily concludes that the congressman is exactly who he thought he was. Drew says they are having a real business meeting and Cody can't help but shoot off his mouth. He talks about the congressman sleeping with Willow and Jason, getting Sasha pregnant. Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, and Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, discuss him talking Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, Art of Killing Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rotol. Lucky also tells Liz about how he played cards with Sidwell to stay alive. He explains how sleep deprivation affected his playing and enhanced his fear. Lucky believed that his dad and Liz helped him survive. Lucky tells Liz about seeing her in a vision while injured and being held captive. He thought he was at the end of his life, and then she paid him a visit. He says that the vision told him to get up off the floor and fight. He explains that he has carried her with him no matter where he has been in the world. Lucky tells her that he doesn't need for her to be an angel, he just needs her to be her. The exes share a dance and are clearly on a path to reuniting. Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, spots Sidwell sharing a drink with Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, at the Metro Court and confronts him. He asks Sidwell if he is back to kill him for real this time. They trade barbs in front of Jordan, and she tells Isaiah that he is interrupting their conversation as Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, steps in to try and break things up. Isaiah tells Lucy that Sidwell's money is blood money, and he leaves. Jordan asks Sidwell point blank what the issue is between him and Gannon. The importer claims that Gannon was his personal physician and didn't like his working conditions. Brooke Lynn Quatermain, Amanda Seton, is getting ready for a deception meeting, and Tracy Quatermain, Jane Elliott, is the first to arrive. Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, shows up next and Tracy scolds her for being late. Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, and Lucy arrive and the meeting gets underway. Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, and Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, are having dessert at a nearby table when talk of Sasha comes up. If she can get the father of her child's medical records, so she has his history, and Sasha looks mortified. She then tells her that she can certainly get that information. Anna agrees to meet Drew at the Metro Court, and once there he says that abolishing organized crime from Port Charles will be one of his top priorities, starting with Jason and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Before Anna can react, Carly enters and informs Drew that she has the tie that he left at Michael's house after having sex with Willow, and she says it loud enough for the whole restaurant to hear. Carly bought that tie for him, and she wants everyone there, Tracy, Sasha, Brooke Lynn, Maxie, and Anna, to know how pathetic he is. She says she is glad that Jason beat him up because he is a better man than Drew. Drew tells everyone that the joke is on her, because Jason knocked up Sasha, and the restaurant gasps collectively and then stares at Sasha. In an explosive episode of General Hospital on February 4, tension filled the air as secrets, rumors, and betrayals made their way through Port Charles like wildfire. For viewers who've been eagerly awaiting the latest twists in the lives of their favorite characters, this particular episode didn't disappoint. With Cody's unfiltered comments causing ripples throughout the community and Sasha's name being dragged into a scandalous rumor involving her baby's father, chaos was inevitable. What began as a quiet day quickly escalated into a whirlwind of shock and disbelief. Cody Bell, played by Josh Kelly, who has been in the middle of several complicated situations since his arrival in Port Charles, proved that his tendency to speak before thinking could have dire consequences. Known for his often questionable decision-making, Cody yet slipped a critical piece of information that would soon send the entire town into a frenzy. Cody's loose lips were on full display when, in a conversation with Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, and Sam, Kelly Monaco, he mentioned a sensitive detail about Sasha Gilmore's, Sophia Matson, pregnancy. Cody had been aware of Sasha's situation for some time, but it wasn't until now that he dropped a bombshell that had been brewing under the surface for weeks. The comment hinted that Sasha's baby might not be the child of the man she believed to be the father. His offhand remark, made in the heat of the moment, was never intended to be public, but the truth was now out there, and there was no going back. As with all rumors in Port Charles, word travels fast. It didn't take long for the gossip to spread, and soon enough, the entire town was buzzing with the shocking claim about Sasha's baby daddy. Within hours, the rumor had reached not just the corridors of General Hospital, but also the ears of key players in Sasha's life. Most notably her husband, Brando Corbin, Johnny Wachter. Brando, who had already been dealing with his own set of challenges, found himself thrust into the center of this new scandal. He had always been a supportive and loving partner to Sasha, but the implication that Sasha's child might not be his threatened everything they had built together. Sasha, of course, was devastated when she first caught wind of the rumor. Despite her best efforts to keep a low profile during her pregnancy, she found herself at the center of a media firestorm. The whispers about her baby's parentage only added to the weight of her already heavy emotional burden. Sasha had been through so much in recent months, from the loss of her first child to her struggles with addiction and mental health. The news that her private life was now public knowledge was the last thing she needed. In a poignant scene later in the episode, Sasha and Brando had a heart-to-heart conversation. While Brando's initial reaction was one of anger and confusion, he soon realized that the rumors were based on nothing more than hearsay. Sasha was adamant that the child she was carrying was his, and she couldn't understand why anyone would want to cause trouble for her family. As they talked, it became clear that while Brando had his doubts, his love for Sasha remained strong. The couple made a pact to fight the rumors together and protect their growing family from the malicious gossip. Meanwhile, threatening to the ripple effects of Cody's loose lips were also felt in other parts of Port Charles. As Cody's comment continued to echo throughout the town, other characters became unwittingly involved in the drama. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, who had always been protective of Sasha, found herself in the crossfire. Nina, who had recently reconnected with her daughter Willow, Caitlin McMullen, was quick to offer Sasha her support. However, Nina also had a vested interest in the scandal. The truth about Sasha's pregnancy could potentially affect the custody of Mina's granddaughter, and Nina was not going to sit idly by while her family's future was put at risk. As tensions rose, Carly Corinthos, Laura Wright, found herself caught in the middle of this mess. As a longtime friend of Sasha's, Carly wanted to help her through the scandal, but she also had to be careful about her own role in the unfolding drama. Carly had her own secrets to protect, and she knew that the gossip surrounding Sasha's baby might bring up some uncomfortable truths about her own family. With everything on the line, Carly would have to navigate the treacherous waters of loyalty and self-preservation, all while trying to maintain her standing in Port Charles. Throughout the episode, the fallout from Cody's blunder began to reach even more individuals. Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, who had been preoccupied with his own issues, suddenly found himself embroiled in the mess when his mother, Carly, mentioned the rumor to him. Michael, who had never been one to shy away from family drama, knew that this could potentially have larger implications for his father's business dealings. With the mob world ever-changing and always lurking just beneath the surface of everyday life in Port Charles, rumors about Sasha's baby could have far-reaching consequences. Michael's concerns about how the gossip would affect their empire were made clear, but he also couldn't ignore the human element. Sasha was a part of their family, and he wasn't about to let her suffer alone. As the day progressed, it became clear that everyone had an opinion about the scandal. From the nurses and doctors at General Hospital to the residents of the town square, Port Charles was buzzing with speculation. As the rumor mill turned, each character's reaction became increasingly unpredictable. Some were eager to believe the worst, while others were determined to stand by Sasha and defend her against the allegations. The community of Port Charles was torn in two, with sides being taken and alliances being tested. For those watching at home, it was impossible not to get swept up in the drama. General Hospital has long been known for its rich storytelling, and the February 4 episode was no exception. The writers expertly wove together the personal and professional stakes of the characters, creating a high-stakes, emotionally charged narrative that left fans on the edge of their seats. As rumors continued to swirl, viewers were left wondering how this latest scandal would play out and who would come out on top. In the closing moments of the episode, the tension reached its peak as Brando and Sasha shared a tender moment. With the weight of the world on their shoulders, they promised to face whatever came next together. Whether the rumors about Sasha's baby were true or not, they were a family, and that bond would not be broken by baseless gossip. As the camera panned out, viewers were left with one burning question. How long would it take for the truth to come to light, and what would it cost the characters involved? The episode concluded with a sense of unease, leaving fans eagerly awaiting the next installment of General Hospital to see how the aftermath of Cody's loose lips would unfold. Sasha's journey toward motherhood had already been fraught with challenges, and now, with rumors swirling around her, it seemed that her path to happiness would be even more difficult to navigate. However, if there's one thing we've learned from the residents of Port Charles, it's that they always find a way to rise above the chaos, even when it seems like the odds are stacked against them. As General Hospital continues to develop this story, it's clear that the drama is far from over. Cody's unintentional revelation has sparked a chain reaction that will have long-lasting consequences for many of the show's beloved characters. With the future uncertain and alliances shifting, Port Charles will never be the same again.